Now, the White House yesterday tried to convince the country that doctors really do support a government health care takeover, so they orchestrated an event, and, you know, they handed out white coats to everybody invited. Now, don't they all look so professional? Well, today, the Washington Times reported that 3 of the 4 doctors who flanked Obama on stage at the events were donors to his campaign. Talk about stacking the cards in your favor. And joining me now with reaction to this is the author of the New York Times #1 bestseller, Culture of Corruption. Michelle Malkin is back with us. Michelle.
Hi, Sean.
You know, I got to give them some credit. They know the media is on their side. So they say, all right, you're our donors, you're our supporters, you're doctors, come to the White House, bring your white coat. But if you forget it, don't worry, we've got a white coat for you, because we know the media is just going to, you know, go right ahead with the photo op. What's your reaction?
Yeah, they lapped it up, and thanks to the New York Post's Charles Hurt, we found out, of course, that these lab coats were handed out by White House staffers. And as I reported today in my column, this supposedly disinterested group of expert physicians has a very partisan DNA. Doctors for America, which of course has this grand public interest name, is actually the reconstituted version of Doctors for Obama, which was a very aggressive political arm of Organizing for America that lobbied very, very strongly during the campaign for the government health care takeover. And if you look at many of the principles in Doctors for America, quote unquote, what you'll find is that these are Obama donors, just like the other donors who flanked Obama at the event yesterday, and that this was organized in cahoots with Organizing for America, which is the Democratic National Committee operation. And then
I don't want to interrupt you. No, you're right on, but isn't this the definition of propaganda? I mean, think about this. It's intended to manipulate the American people. It's intended, we're going to put white coats on everybody, and we're going to make the American people think, all the doctors want this, you know, which contradicts every poll, every doctor that I know. But this was basically a propaganda event you'd expect in another country. And seemingly, but for you, and as you point out, the New York Post, they kind of got away with it, didn't they?
Well, I hope not, and thank gosh we have your forum, Sean, to let people know about who these people really are. I don't think they've gotten away with it. If you look at the polls, if you look at what other medical professionals who aren't on the Obama payroll have to say about it, they're horrified by the prospect of a massive government takeover. And I've gotten tons of emails, not just from medical professionals and certainly specialists, but also pre-med students and medical school students who have a huge disincentive now to pursue their careers. Investors Business Daily did a poll last month showing that a large number of doctors are saying they're going to quit if this thing is passed. And who's behind it? Who's behind Doctors for America and this Organizing for America propaganda event? Well, I traced it to the Center for American Progress. They're the ones that launched this Doctors for America campaign. Yes, the Soros-funded left-wing outfit that has been that has acted basically as hitmen for Obamacare since the beginning of the year.
Yeah, you know, earlier we got into the CBO scoring that came out earlier tonight about health care with Karl Rove and how much this is going to cost. You know, it's amazing to me that we're not going to get a chance to see this bill in all likelihood, because the same people that want to run the health care system are telling us they can't get it online within a 2-week period of time, so we'll have an opportunity to read it. But more importantly, something is happening here. Congress now has the lowest approval rating in recent memory at 21%. 21%. The American people have shown their strongest numbers against this plan, and regardless of this, Harry Reid, Nancy Pelosi, and Barack Obama are going to do it anyway. Is it that they don't respect the American people? They don't care about what we think?
Well, I certainly think that's a large part of it, Sean. I think that what we have in the White House and Barack Obama is an illusionist in chief. Certainly with the lab coats, I think it's very symbolic of the way they've conducted the health care debate over the last 8 or 9 months, trying to create the illusion of public support. And with the latest CBO scoring and all of their financial math shenanigans, trying to create the illusion of fiscal responsibility when there is none. And at some point, the American people have to rise up and say, say the emperor is very naked in this instance, and they have to draw a line. And it particularly behooves those of us who believe in limited government to lean on the Republicans, particularly in the Senate, because there are reports now that they are going wobbly on this, and that is no time for wobbliness right now.
Look, I think Dick Morris is right. We're going to watch very closely the senators from Maine and see, especially Olympia Snowe, and see where she goes on this. Here's the deal. It looks like the Democrats are going to have to use the nuclear option, the reconciliation process. If they do this, which is unprecedented, on a bill like this and a big government program like this, in spite of public opposition, what will be the net result? Will the American people pay them back by voting in 2010?
I think 2010 and 2012 will be the prime opportunities for the American people to level consequences. And if the Democrats and the majority insist on railroading transparency and deliberation, they will pay.
Yeah. You know, it's interesting. There was an article out, foxnews.com, by the way, as a matter of fact, our great website. You know, they actually point out medical products that Medicare pays for. And, you know, for example, do you know that we rent an oxygen concentrator for $7,215 when the purchase price is $600? This is how government spends money. $4,018 for a standard wheelchair. If you bought it in the private sector, it's a little over $1,000. So now, with you know, waste, fraud, abuse, and mismanagement, now government's going to run health care. Social Security's bankrupt, Medicare's bankrupt, the Post Office is bankrupt, FDIC's bankrupt, Fannie and Freddie's bankrupt. Why would anybody support this?
Well, I think that some people suffer from amnesia. All you have to do is look at the shining examples of Obama efficiency over the last 8 months, from cash for clunkers to TARP to the stimulus. It doesn't work.
All right, good to see you. Congrats on the book again, Michelle Malkin. We'll see you again soon, I hope. Thank you.